power, discipline, resilience, sumo.
The answer lies in the heart of battle.
皆さんおはようございます。クリスと申します。Today I'll be talking about the manliest sport of all time, sumo wrestling, and the influences Shinto has had on it. Before we get into the influences, let's start with the beginning. According to the Ancient History Encyclopedia, the origins of sumo have been estimated to date back to the Yayoi period, which lasted from 300 BCE to 300 CE. The origins aren't completely clear, but it is thought to have been practiced near that time period as a part of various kami summoning or fighting rituals. The first bout of sumo wrestling is believed to have been won by Nomi no Sukune, a descendant of Ame no Hohi, the son of Amaterasu, the sun goddess. A lot happened between then and the more modern origin of sumo. Things like samurai having sumo competitions to the death, competitions to fundraise for shrine upkeep, as well as emperors regularly holding sumo matches because they admire the sport so much.
The truth about the relation between Shinto and Sumo is that Shinto has very much to do with Sumo, and it has from the beginning. There are many different rituals and ceremonies that are performed based on different Shinto beliefs and symbolism before the actual bouts even begin. For example, a suriyane is a massive roof structure that has a shape and architecture very similar to Ise Shrine, which makes sense because Nomi no Sukune is considered the god of sumo, and as I said before, he's the descendant of Amaterasu's son. A suriyane today would have 4 large tassels hanging from each corner of it, representing each season and a different god. The green tassel represents spring and Seiryu, the green dragon of the east. The red represents summer and Suzaku, the red sparrow of the south. The white tassel represents autumn and Byakko, the white tiger of the west. The black tassel represents winter and Genbu, the black tortoise of the north. So much thought was put into this. And that's just the roof. And yeah, I have different hair now. The ring, or dohyo, that the tournaments are held on, are actually made from scratch using clay and traditional tools. The straw bale circle around the ring represents the wish for an abundant harvest. There are a lot more examples in the physical creation of the dohyo, but let's turn our focus to the rituals performed by the yokozuna themselves. Before each bout begins, sumo purify their mouths with chikaramizu, power water. Afterwards, they purify their mouths and body with chikaragami, power paper. After this, they do chirichozu, which is done by going into the sankyo, their squatted position, doing a single clap, then raising their arms in the air with palms outward, then turning their palms down. This signifies that they are unarmed and will fight honorably. The next step would be throwing salt into the ring as an act of purification. That's called shiomaki. Using salt as a purifying agent is very common in a lot of different Shinto rituals. Finally, the shiko is performed, which is a giant stomp that's done in order to drive out evil spirits. It's said that Amaterasu performed the shiko when she faced off against Susanoo. From all of this information alone, we can say for sure that sumo is quite deeply intertwined with Shinto. I've only really scratched the surface of that, but hopefully this video can entice you into diving into this whole world yourself. Through researching on this topic, I've found that I have come to really like this sport actually, and there are a few people that I kind of know now, like Takanohana. Obviously he was in the documentary. There's Tochinoshin from the Republic of Georgia, he was amazing as well. Akebono for sure, he just massive being, 6'8", 514 pounds. I would not want to mess with him ever. And there was also Hakuho from Mongolia, and he has been just breaking some crazy records. But anyway, that's enough of that. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Arigato.